Welcome back to another video here in the channel. And there was a trade that broke out. Matthew Stafford is headed to LA for Jared Goff and a few first round picks. I'm going to talk about it here. I'm not really in shape, but it's whatever. So enjoy the video, and if you like the video, subscribe, hit the like button, and click the bell to enable notifications, because I got more news to cover in the near future, more NFL news and way more content also. So yeah, let's get right into it. So trade details. Matthew Stafford goes to LA for a first round pick in 2022, first round pick in 2023, and then a third round pick in 2021. So and Jared Goff. And Jared Goff is out of the way here. So you literally just swap big contracts for another big contract. I think it's a good trade for LA. It could be a good trade for LA if they actually end up making playoff runs after playoff run, if they actually end up being good. But in the side of draft capital, they've given up a lot for a 32-year-old. A lot. I think 2 first round picks. It's really not like it's not like you're trading for Deshaun Watson at all. It's like, man. And for the Lions, you got a lot. You got a lot for him. You really got a lot for him. 2 first round picks. It won't be very good first round picks. But I don't think it's that bad. It's that bad. Because honestly, top 10 picks aren't necessarily the best players. You can land a lot of good players in the draft regardless of round. So that is a good thing for them. And it just looks like I think the Lions are, if they're rebuilding, if they're officially going into a rebuild, I think that is the best way to start off. I think it is the best way to start off a rebuild. You're trading your franchise quarterback from the last few years, getting old, for 2 first round picks and a third round pick this year. That is a lot of draft capital you got out of it. I've heard Washington had a better offer, which is, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's like maybe Matthew Stafford really influenced where he wanted to go, because Washington isn't very close to being a very good team. Like, if you look back at it, I think Stafford would have wanted to go to a very good team with a very good defense. He would, where he would actually get some help. O-line on the Rams, it's okay. He has an okay O-line. They got some good weapons also. Can you really compare the weapons he had in Detroit to the weapons he has now with the Rams? Yeah. 2 very good weapons. Cooper Kupp is very good, very underrated. Robert Woods is also very good. A very good wide receiver too. You have Van Jefferson, who's young, who could really get better. In the backfield, you have a pretty good running back duo in Cam Akers and Darrell Anderson. O-line is okay. Defense is a strong part of the team. You have the best player in the NFL on your defense. It's like he's such in a good situation right now. He's put in such in a good situation. It's completely reversed. He went into a completely terrible situation to a very good one. And, honestly, I'm happy for him. But, honestly, man, it's like, do I think he's a top 10 quarterback? Yeah. Fringe top 10. Like, he could really be. If he's top 10, I think he's low in that top 10. Honestly, but I think people overrate him too much, and people think he was underrated at some point in his career. I don't think he was. I don't think he ever was. I think out of all the quarterbacks in this league, Matthew Stafford has gotten. He's been one of the quarterbacks who has gotten all the praise in the world in these past few years, and now he's still getting it. I think he has the talent. I think he's good, and now with a good team around him, I think the Rams might be a very dangerous team. I think they might win the NFC. I think they might win their division next year. But if it goes bad for the Rams, I think it's gonna be really bad because you just traded an entire farm for a 32-year-old. You know, I mean, you could have traded that for Deshaun Watson, honestly. But man, it's like if the Rams aren't good, it's gonna be very good for the Lions. And for the Lions, it's like, okay, it's the perfect way to kickstart your rebuild. Perfect way. I mean, if you weren't rebuilding before, and you're going to rebuild now and completely retool. I mean, I think for Stafford, no way he wanted to stay in Detroit after this offseason because it's going to be a very hard one. They are in a pretty tight cap situation. If you look at their cap, Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones, both the two best receivers on the team, might leave. It's most likely that they leave because they're gonna ask for some money. And then I mean, this team is a mess, honestly, pretty much. And Jared Goff, honestly, he's a bridge quarterback for them. He's not a terrible quarterback, as people make him look like he is, honestly. He's not a terrible quarterback at all. He's above average, and you know he can win you some games. He's not amazing. He can win you some games. But is he a top 10 quarterback? No. I would maybe put him into the top 15 range. Maybe. Just a maybe. But for Jared Goff, he's going to be a bridge quarterback for them. And at that point, I don't think the Lions were going to draft a quarterback in the top 10, that means. Or maybe they're drafting one later in the draft. But I feel like they're not going to draft a quarterback early in the draft at all. So yeah. So I think who wins the trade? I mean, if you look at the picks, you might think the Rams got fleeced. But you never know about the picks unless you know who the Lions are going to select with these picks. Because if the Lions don't play their cards right, they're going to lose the trade anyway. So just we have to see in 2-3 years what happens. So yeah, here's my thoughts about the trade here. I think both teams for now got what they needed. The Rams were one great quarterback away from actually being a Super Bowl contender. The Lions, it's a good way to start their rebuild. Trading your quarterback who's aging, completely restart, and it's pretty much that. So, this was the first trade out of many this offseason. One of the big moves. I'm expecting a lot of moves with quarterbacks this offseason, honestly. Way more than last year. So yeah, we're going to end it here. Subscribe if you're new. Click the like button. Comment down below your thoughts on the trade. And yeah, guys, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. And I'm going to have a Matthew Stafford rebuild up soon.